Hello, welcome back. I'm doing the final reaction of the year. This is for the Indie Game Awards 2024, not to be confused with the other Indie Game Award that I reacted to earlier. Today, is it today or yesterday? I can't remember. The days are bleeding in. These are all like showcases and stuff I missed for the month. Want to catch up on this here though. This here was actually last night as of live streaming this, which I'm doing on Twitch right now. This is going to be uploaded later to YouTube. So if you want to watch live streams, go to twitch.tv/tillplays. Or for gameplay, my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/@tillplayslive, where all the live streams are archived as well, in case you miss them. But this was last night. Unfortunately, I actually intended to watch this live, but unfortunately, I something came up which I would have rather done, so I did. And so now I'm watching it today instead. It'll be the last thing I react to for the year, unless Nintendo somehow, like the last 2 weeks of the year, says, "Oh, hey, by the way, here's the Switch successor. We're gonna go into all the details right now." I'm gonna try to drop everything and react to that, but it all depends. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I honestly think it's gonna be after the holidays. It's gonna be after New Year's. It's going to be in January because it's already being leaked everywhere. Nintendo's gonna say, "Hey," I already told Court earlier on an earlier stream because I think we're probably gonna have to have a discussion on Spawn Trap or something. But I already said I'm speculating. There's leaks that are happening from accessory manufacturers who are already made accessories that are pretty much ready to go to print production, which I think tells me that Nintendo's waiting till after the holidays and weighing in on what are the Switch holiday sales going to mean for the end of their fiscal year. If if sales are good, they're gonna wait, or they're still gonna. I think either way, they're gonna reveal the Switch successor in January because everything's being leaked already. So they need to get ahead as ahead of it as they can. They're already behind on it because it's being leaked, but they need to get ahead of it as they can to announce everything. But they also might be waiting on like partners because they might have like a games showcase showing like, hey, what games can you expect on this thing? So they might have to like line things up with their partners as well. But I think for the most part, they're gonna try to want to push it as quick as possible after the holidays. They don't want to announce it before the holidays, like before Christmas time and everything. People are buying Switches right now for gifts, for the holidays, so they're gonna wait till after New Year's. So sometime in January, as quickly as they can, announce it. But in terms of when it's going to launch, they're going to wait until the holiday sales and say, hey, fiscal year ending strong, past our numbers, past our expected numbers. We're going to launch the Switch successor after March. So sometime after March. If sales not as strong, they need that little boost to put in their books, hey, this is how strong we ended our fiscal year. It's going to be available before March. So probably in March. Um that's honestly what I think because I think things are ready to go. Like because we're already seeing leaks and everything. So that's my expectation. I don't know. Because I was under the impression, oh yeah, they're gonna announce it early in the year, and it'll be released sometime in 2025. Who knows when? But now seeing all these leaks. I'm of the mind that it's going to be announced in January, and depending on how Switch sales are this year for the holiday sales, it's either going to be released in March or after March. So depends. Those are my thoughts. Anyways, what we're doing here is we're reacting to the Indie Game Awards show. There's not going to be, I don't expect there's going to be game reveals in this. I just want to see it to see what games they're talking about this year, like what games they felt were the best in each category, what games I should be wish listing and checking out based on like the Game Awards and stuff. So this is a bigger showcase on indie games that you don't get from the Game Awards. So this should be interesting and fun. So I'm looking forward to what we're seeing here. It's about an hour long. And this is how we're going to end the day for the reaction streams. Let's go and press play. Which, by the way, if you want to see our reactions to the Game Awards, it is available on our podcast channel in the Linktree link down at the bottom of the screen. So it's our YouTube channel, the Game Awards. We did a reaction to that, group reaction.
Friends and family, welcome to the Indie Game Awards. My name is Mike Towndrow.
Hi, Mike.
And I'm Kyle Stevenson.
Hi, Kyle.
We are a couple of the folks behind 6-1 Indie, a collective focus on shining the spotlight on the indies through showcases and now the Indie Game Awards.
What is an indie game? That's been the big question everyone's been asking since the award season
A lot of people
last
have
year.
different
Is it about the money behind
different
the game
definitions.
or some publishing that's going on? Is it
I say
having the
it's an
freedom to
independent
execute your
game.
vision? Maybe it's that scrappy
It's
spirit.
as simple as it is,
like
man.
When you film an awards,
Why is there gotta be
you
so
have
many
the studio
different
and
new
then the
new
footage
definitions
has a ton
for
of
it?
technical issues, so you film your bits the week before the awards at home.
For me, it's as
Next
simple
year,
as
a lot
who's
better.
who's publishing
However you
it.
define indie
right?
tonight, it means community. Tonight is about the people who are pushing this industry forward. We're excited to have you here as we all kick off something that will hopefully outlive us all.
The IGAs represent a future where indie professionals work harmoniously together, a future that leads towards the definitive annual celebration of the indie scene. It's bigger than 6-1 Indie or any individual organization alone. Showcases such as Women-Led Games, Latin American Game Showcase, Wholesome Games, and Games for Games have all been an integral part of making tonight a reality, along with journalists, content creators, institutes, and more who hold a passion for indies.
We also want to take a moment to give a special thanks to the sponsors who aligned with our goals and came in at the very last second to support this future that we're building towards. Pocket Pair, Very Okay Vinyl, Publishing, and the
Pal World.
We also want to give a special shout out to our friends at Playcrafting in Brookland, who are currently hosting the official viewing party in New York City.
Now, in case you missed it, the IGAs are solely an awards-only ceremony recognizing the achievements of the developers and their games throughout.
This is
the
all
past
virtual.
year. There are
There's
no
no
game announcements tonight.
There's no
6-1
stage or
put out
anything.
2 banger showcases earlier in the year, and our friends at Women-Led Games, Latin American Games Showcase, Wholesome Games, and Day of the Devs put out outstanding shows last week. So if you missed them, we encourage you to
I
go
didn't
back
see
and check
Women-Led
out
Games
tonight's
showcase.
show.
I didn't see that.
So before we get into
Should there
the
be one more
awards,
showcase that
here's
should
a
be
brief
reacting to?
rundown on how the nominees were selected.
All of our nominees have either launched or released in 1.0 between November 1st, 2023 and November 1st, 2024. To ensure a diverse selection of indie games across all categories, each game can be nominated for only one general
Between
category.
November.
This rule does not apply to the community.
Oh, one
management,
nomination per
industry
general
impact,
category.
and Game of the Year categories. For a detailed rundown of eligibility and how our nominees were selected, head to the link at the bottom of the screen.
One nomination per
Remember,
general
tonight
category.
is
What
a
does that mean,
celebration.
though?
There's a reason you're not gonna
One
hear the
nomination
word
per
winner tossed
general
around tonight.
category.
If your favorite game doesn't receive an award or wasn't nominated, that's okay. There were a lot of games out there. We encourage you to champion all of them in a positive light and continue supporting the developers.
Exactly. I
A
think
great
that's
way
what
to
people miss
start
with the
is
Game
head to
Awards.
the
I've seen so
official
much
IGN
bitching
Steam event,
after the Game
where you can
Awards. I'm
find
like,
all of tonight's
you're not
nominees,
getting the
presenters,
purpose of the Game
partners, and
Awards if
so
you're
many
bitching
more
about
indies
this.
from this past year.
And with that, it's time for us to get the hell out of the devs' way and start the evening.
Our first presenters launched their debut game last year and gave everyone a little case of Sea Madness.
Dredge?
Hi, we're Black Salt Games, developers of Dredge. Our first award celebrates a handful
That's a
of
crazy
games that
Lord of the
introduce
Rings
a new
shirt, man.
generation of voices to the indie scene.
Stepping into game
And a
development
fish
requires
shirt?
not
What is
just
that?
creativity,
Not like Fish
but
the
a
band,
mixed
but like
courage and
actual
dedication.
fish.
Taking that leap is daunting, especially in the current state of the
Zealand
industry.
seafood.
Here are the nominees for debut game.
Debut game. Okay.
Ranger by Furniture and
Ranger.
Mattress, LLC.
All of these are gonna be notable. There's gonna be Plucky Squire, Balatro.
Little Guardsman by Hilltop Games.
Okay, yeah, I remember this one. It's a weird
Little
game.
Kitty, Big City by
Ooh,
Double
that might
Dagger
win.
Studio.
That might win. Little Kitty, Big City.
Lottle Knot by Moon Lagoon.
I've never heard of that, but that might be the purpose, right? So maybe that'll win, but
Mullet Magic by Hammer 95.
I want to play this game. This game looks nuts.
Worldless by No Name Studios.
Oh, cool. Did I know about this one? Worldless? I'm gonna say Little Kitty, Big City.
And the Indie Game Award goes to Little Kitty Big
Yeah!
City by Double Dagger
I'm
Studio.
gonna call all these just like the Game Awards, man. I can't believe how many I got right for the Game Awards. Like, I did not. I think I barely got any the year before, and then, like, this year I was like, I swept. We had, like, a competition for Spawn Trap, and I just destroyed everybody. Like, I guessed them all right.
And I and everyone on the team are
Worldless.
so honored to be receiving this award. We're so excited. Oh my gosh.
Worldless looks
Hold on,
cool.
guys. Hold on. Hold on.
There's
Thank
so
you
many
much for
cats.
recognizing Little Kitty. Little Kitty began as a project between myself and my
Oh my
kids,
god,
just
like,
to teach them how to program. And
shove his head in
it
there.
blossomed from there to what you guys see today.
It's not all for
I
you.
worked on a lot of games, but this is the first game that I worked on where people regularly.
That was an orange
send
cat. It's
messages
orange cat behavior right there. Just shove your head in the jar while everybody's waiting for food. Relax, man. Wait your turn.
That just means so much.
Shove his head in the jar again.
Guys, my goodness. I set out to create something that would bring people joy, would create.
Oh, there goes that one,
connections,
too.
Would allow people to just relax and de-stress. And it's really touching.
Mine.
and amazing to know that this has helped people and that we've reached our goal. I want to thank my three kids and my
One cat's in the box.
because without
This box
any
they got
of them,
sitting
none
there.
of this would have been possible. I want to thank my amazing team: Micah, Pip, Mike, Steve, Val, Corey, Kane, Daphne, Juliana, Alexandra, Coasterfire, Shan, Riley, Oscar, Gemma, Lucy, Muraski, Laidlaw, Nicholas, Tom, Arsenio, and everyone else that ever made the game what it is today. I want to thank Wholesome Games because without them, the game wouldn't have had its first initial jettison into the public eye. I want to thank all the wonderful people at Nintendo and Microsoft. I want to thank our Discord and Reddit moderators, 22nd Century Toys, A Shell in the Pit, Local Heroes, and all the hardworking localizers, IOI Gamer, Pop Agenda for everything, but most of all, just for being wonderful people, all of our playtesters, and thank you to the fans for following Kitty's progress and all the encouragement and support that it means so much to us. But most of all, I want to thank the cats who make our lives better every day. Go hug your kitties. Thank you, everyone.
Games are meant to be played by everyone, so please welcome one of the fantastic folks who's actively working towards making that the standard for our industry.
Jarvis Tasker. Jarvis Tasker? Jarvis Tasker?
Hi, my name's Jarves, and I'm the
Jarves.
community manager at Raw Fury. But when I'm not doing that, you can find me consulting on accessibility in our industry, both in the games we make and behind the scenes. Making our industry more accessible for neurodiverse and disabled developers and players is the thing that I am most passionate about. So it was a genuine honor when I was asked to present this year's Notable Achievement in Accessibility Award. As you'll see through tonight's ceremony, gaming has the power to bring people together, to tell stories and create entire worlds. But that's most impactful when everybody can experience it. Our next category honours the developers who have made accessibility a priority, ensuring their game is playable to everybody regardless of ability. These developers have shown exceptional thought, empathy, and a deep understanding of the diverse needs of the gaming community as a whole. Here are the nominees for Notable Achievement in Accessibility. Another Crab's Treasure by Aggro Crab.
That's the Souls-like crab game, right?
Elsie by Night Shift Games.
Elsie. Ooh. Elsie.
Periphery Synthetic by Shift Back Tick.
I don't know any of these. I don't know what's gonna win this. I'm not in tune with the
Fine Hearts
accessibility
by
options in
Hyperluminal
these games.
Games.
Elsie looks amazing though. Do that.
SteamWorld Heist 2
Ooh,
by
SteamWorld
Thunderful
Heist.
Development.
I don't know if the heist games are any good. I know Dig is good.
Surmount, a mountain climbing adventure by Jasper
Mm.
Opperell and Indiana Jonas.
Cool. Indiana Jonas. No idea. I'm gonna say Elsie because Elsie looks cool. I
And
know that
the
has
Indie
nothing to
Game
do with
Award
it though.
goes to Another Crab's Treasure by Aggro Crab.
Makes sense. Oh yeah, this song people are nuts for this song, man.
If you're seeing this, it means we won. So thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you to the IGA. This is such an incredible honor to receive the inaugural IGA in such an important category, which is achievement and accessibility. Hey, I'm Nick. I'm the studio head
Hi,
at
Nick.
AgroCrab. And for us, when designing Another Crab's Treasure, accessibility was always something we had in mind. You know, this game is inspired by a genre and a type of game that is notorious for its difficulty and even sometimes its crypticness and unapproachability by design, right? But, you know, for us, that's where we said this is an opportunity to introduce new players to this type of game that we love so much. So when designing Another Crab's Treasure, every step of the way, we designed it with the intent of letting anyone play it. And to me, accessibility just means, you know, how can we get as many people as possible to enjoy this game we made? Why would you want anything else as a game developer? So thank you so much. But hey, we know why we really won. We gave Krill a gun. And the gun lets you kill any enemy in one hit. And you can enable the gun in the accessibility menu. And you can play with the gun the whole game. And that's the game. Yeah, I mean, it was a good idea. And I appreciate the accessibility advocates that we were talking to at the time. Thank you all for co-signing this idea and not making me feel like an asshole for doing it. And, you know, I think what this speaks to is really just the idea that accessibility should be fun. It shouldn't just be an afterthought. It can be something that is fun in and of itself, because that's, again, what games are all about. So yeah, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to my co-founder Kaylin and everyone on our team who just did an amazing job making such a big and impressive game at the small indie studio that we have. I want to thank our partners who helped us do the incredible feat of self-publishing an indie game. So Kowloon Knights, Pop Agenda, Play Everywhere, Local Heroes, Locket QA. Thank you guys. I want to shout out and thank everyone else in this category. All your achievements are pushing the medium forward and helping accessibility as a whole. Thank you. I want to thank my mom and dad and everyone on the team's moms and dads and your mom and dad and you, the gamer, for spending $30 and getting Dark Bob Souls Pants in return. Thank you.
Yeah, I know my hair's a different colour. Someone let Petey loose with the crayons. Anyway, whilst we're on the subject of accessibility, it's my pleasure to introduce you an individual who's building a new discovery platform that's focused entirely on gamers with disabilities. To tell us more about it, please welcome Arman Nabari.
How do you know if you can play a game? That's the question that started this whole project.
Oh, it's
Currently,
okay.
it's really hard for gamers with disabilities to find games that support their needs. It ultimately comes down to a lot of manual research, and that's hours upon hours of trying to use search engines, looking at different reviews to discern whether or not a game supports someone's needs. And sometimes for certain needs, like content triggers or different forms of accessibility, you really don't know unless you're also willing to potentially get spoiled for a game's story. So we wanted to make a spoiler-free, easy, accessible, fast way
This
to
is a
find
cool
out,
initiative.
does a game meet my accessibility needs?
It's awesome.
My name is Armand Nobari. I founded a studio called Good Trouble, and we're making a new way to discover accessible games called
Good
Able to
Trouble is
Play.
also the name of a
Able to
TikToker.
Play is
It's
a
like,
website where gamers can discover games
Am
based
I?
on their personal accessibility needs.
Able to Play, okay.
It's super easy to find a game on Able to Play. You add your needs and preferences to your accessibility profile. It's completely private and
this is
secure.
cool.
And then when you browse games, you'll get a personalized accessibility score on every game that shows you exactly how well it meets your specific needs and preferences. We make it really, really easy to.
I should look at
browse
this
and
during the
immediately
Game
see how well the
Awards
game
to see
supports your
to try to
needs.
gauge like what
Look into it, get all the details,
game would win
get a
the
summary.
accessibility
It's
category
really,
because I
really
never
easy to
know
use.
every year.
It's completely free and it's completely private and encrypted. This project was inspired from a chapter earlier in life. I was in the hospital going through chemotherapy, fighting, and eventually beat cancer. And games are what got me through that experience. You know, I would escape to whole other worlds going through chemo. But for friends in the hospital that I was meeting, they couldn't jump in and play games like I could due to various accessibility challenges. That experience really stuck with me over the years. And at a certain point, I just said, you know, there has to be a better way to discover if a game is accessible enough for you to play.
I mean, this is all backwards though because games should be developed, each game developed for accessibility in mind, and have an option for that, right? So it needs to be really it doesn't need to be like, hey, what games should I be looking for based on my needs? It should be like, oh, games should be developed for everybody's needs, right?
Support for color blindness or more, or you're someone with very specific content.
It should be
requirements for the games
standard
you
in
play.
each game.
Able to Play is for you. I invite you to join us on Able to Play, and I hope you discover a new favorite game because everyone deserves to play their.
I don't know if necessarily it should be like a requirement, like a legal standard or anything, but like it should be a standard in the sense that, oh, hey, you're making a game, it needs to have this to survive in the industry because these are what people look for. So like how crossplay and is becoming a standard where every new game, multiplayer game coming out has crossplay now, or almost all of them. And if it doesn't, then it gets criticized for that, and it takes a financial hit because of that, because you lose a whole audience that doesn't have crossplay, right? It's the same logic here. You're losing all the able gamers because you don't have that accessibility option in your game. That should be standard. Should be the new expected standard of your game.
Right. But there is also the thing that the first thing players will see and what draws them into your game in the first place. So it's, you know, a really important part of any game direction is what the art looks like. So we're here today to celebrate some nominees that have made awesome projects that look both gorgeous and are using their art as a holistically interesting part of the experience. So yeah, here are the nominees for visual design. Bo, Path of the Teal Lotus by Squid Shock Studios.
This game looks cool. On my wish list.
Crow Country by SFB Games.
Yeah, this is a retro looking game.
Harold Halibut by
Stop motion game. Oh, these are all different styles so far. I like it.
Haunty by Moonloop Games.
Haunty. Every time I mention this game in the free games videos, I clip from Black Panther, Killmonger going, "Hey, Auntie," every time. Lucky Squire is my vote.
And Ultros.
Oh, damn, that they're including Ultros though. Psychedelic Metroid game. Looks awesome.
And the Indie Game Award goes to
Yu-Gi-Oh
Harold
card.
Halibut by Slow
Okay,
Rise.
yeah, I see that. I see that. A lot of distinct visual design games
My
in
name
this
is
category
Onats, and
here.
I'm the director and composer of Harold Halibut. And on behalf of our entire team, I would like to say how deeply honored and grateful we are to receive this award for visual design. Thank you to the Indie Game Awards organizers and judges. It truly means the world to us. For those of you who might not know, we spend a huge portion of our lives working on this game. 13 years, in fact, which in fact is a third of my life. And we had moments where we wondered if this ambitious idea would ever see the light of day. But here we are, finally sharing this world with you. The heart and soul of Harold Halibut lie in its handmade approach. Every character, every set piece, every tiny prop you see in the game and on the screen was sculpted, painted, and assembled by hand. We wanted to create something that felt tactile and alive. Something that reminded of classic stop-motion animations, yet pushed the boundaries of what a modern game could look like. To be recognized for this effort with the award for visual design is incredibly gratifying. This award really belongs to the entire team. Every single person who poured their creativity, sweat, and occasional tears into Harold Halibut, thank you. You stuck around through the ups, the downs, and the weird experimental phases. We also want to thank our supporters and community. Your encouragement made the tough times easier. Every kind word, every keep going helped. I guess if there is one thing to take away from this is that passion projects can take their time, but they're worth it. Anyway, thank you for this award. It feels a bit wild to be finally talking about a finished game after 13 years of probably next year. We are so grateful, and we hope you enjoy Harold Halibut as much as we enjoyed making it. Thanks again, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Game looks weird.
If you played Sorry We're Closed recently, you've probably found yourself bobbing your head to the beats of our next presenters.
I am not the victim, I am the system. I'm not in the wrong with my infinite wisdom.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Elder Mike Keys.
And this is Master, and we are Okamura. Now, let's talk music, right? Music has the ability to deepen immersion. It can bring out emotion, and it can create long-lasting impressions. The indie scene in particular knows how to use music to elevate the player experience. I'm talking the haunting melodies that linger as the screen is fading black. I'm talking the sweeping scores that are driving the hearts and the souls. Look, at the end of the day, the right kind of music, that's transforming the soul of the game.
I ain't gonna hold you. That joint just might be a banger for real.
Facts.
With that being said, here's the nominees for music. Core Keeper by Pug Storm and composer Jonathan Gear.
Actual songs, or they're nominating games here? Doorkeeper.
Flock by Hollow Ponds and composer Eli Rainsbury. Pacific Drive by Ironwood Studios.
Sulfur and smoke glows through the snow.
Cool.
It smells like money.
The Cub by Demagogue Studio and composers Shane Barry and Igor Simic. Thrasher by Puddle Studio and composer Brian Gibson.
I have no idea. I don't know any of these games or what the music is for them. So.
And Wild Bastards by Blue Manchu and composer Ryan Roth.
I'm gonna say Wild Bastards.
And the Indie Game Award goes to...
Man, them folk at Ironwood Studios for Pacific Drive. Come on, man.
You skirting? I swerve when I drive. Let's get it.
Hey everyone, I'm Will Roger, composer
Hi, Wilbert.
of Pacific Drive, and I'd like to thank the Indie Game Awards for choosing our game in the Best Music category. This year had some fantastic soundtracks in the indie scene, and so it's an incredible honor to be recognized along with the other nominees. Pacific Drive was a rare treat
All
for me
this
as a
equipment in a
composer,
tight
being
space,
able to
man.
score a game that
Crazy.
takes place right in our backyard.
CDs
here
and
in the
cassettes there.
Pacific Northwest, and to craft every single sound from scratch without any preconceptions of genre. I'd like to recognize D'Anthony Wooten and Sam Suggs for their performances on my score, as well as the over 20 different bands who contributed to our radio soundtrack. I'd also like to thank the brilliant dev team at Ironwood Studios and everyone who contributed to bringing this game to life. And last but not least, my warmest thanks to all of the fans of Pacific Drive. Thank you.
Ooh, might be a game to look out for. Pacific Drive.
Earlier this year, these two set out to make waves in the industry by introducing drag to players who might not be familiar with the culture. We're thrilled to have them on the show to help us recognize other trailblazers who have made a significant impact on the industry this year.
This is a cool category. Yeah, there's a lot of games that do impact the industry. Sure. I don't know about, I guess indie games, yeah, in general.
Hi, I'm Ian, and this is Jess. We're two of the developers behind Drag Her, a 2D fighting game showcasing drag royalty.
Oh, I didn't realize this
Some
is a game.
studios don't just create games, they change the industry. Throughout the night, we'll be honoring 4 trailblazers whose actions speak louder than words. Studios, individuals, and organizations making a lasting impact and setting new
I like
standards
the
for
Powerpuff
innovation,
Girls shirt.
inclusivity, sustainability, and creativity.
Their groundbreaking efforts are not only shaping the future of our industry, but inspiring the next generation of developers to dream bigger and bolder.
Hello, Indie Game Awards. My name is Oliver Nelson Jr. I'm the studio
Hello,
head
it's
of Virtually
Oliver.
Scaffold, and I speak on behalf of myself and everyone at the studio who I get to collaborate with when I say just how much it means to be recognized in this way. Thank you so much for this honor. And I'm now recording this just straight off my phone in a vertical format to be as authentic as possible, especially for those who are familiar with my TikTok presence, speaking from the heart sincerely with as few bells and whistles as possible. To make a very long story short, I never intended Strange Scaffold to be a monolithic idea of what a quote-unquote good indie studio can or should be. I hope it demonstrates is what's possible if at every layer of a studio, much like a game design problem, you work from your values. I don't want to bring perfect things into the world, even if that were possible. I want to bring more things into the world with collaborators who are empowered and can go on to, in their own communities, with their own visions of games,
What's that supposed to be, the Mind
continue to
Stone?
make games in ways that make them feel strong and safe. I get to work from those values every day because I have had the extreme blessing to run into a cavalcade of extremely talented and good people. People like Tom Vanita and Meredith Hall and Kawatiano and Candace Udert and RJ Lake and Romero Bonacausen. The names go on and on. Thanks to all those people and many, many more, Strange Scaffold has had the opportunity to ship 15 games in 5 years, and we've got a lot more on the way. So to end this somewhat long-winded acceptance, I really hope that this is the takeaway for people who are watching what Strange Scaffold is doing and has done over the past few years. It's that a game studio is not a binary template of a thing that you do. A game studio is a home. You can fill it with things that you love, not with giant spiky furniture just because that's what someone tells you makes a home good. Smash.
And we all sing. Break shit, kill people, break shit, kill people, break
Lucy's
shit, kill
Impact.
people, break shit, break shit, kill people, break shit, kill people, break shit, kill people, break shit, break shit, kill people, break shit.
I just learned about this game.
Our next guest understands it's not the size of the game that matters, but the impact they can make.
So was that not an award? Like what? Okay.
Hi, this is Ben Laserbeam, Program Director of the
Hi, Ben.
Playtopia Festival and a member of the video game band Team Laserbeam. Over the last decade, Team Laserbeam has been committed to creating aggressively short punk games that deliver maximum impact in the shortest time possible. So I'm really honored to be presenting the Bite Size Game Award. I think short games are
Bite-sized
so
game award.
important.
These are the ones I
think
should be
that
looking
it
out
is
for.
so great seeing
Need
developers
more. I need
respecting
shorter
the time
games.
with their players
Play.
and giving them experiences that are just as impactful as longer games are. And I think it's a rebellious act creating short games like this, which are often sort of non-commercial, They're the kind of games that you could never see coming out of the AAA space, and it's the kind of thing that only indies can do. So high fives to everyone that's nominated for this award. You all make beautiful, amazing games, and I really hope we're going to see more stuff like this in the future. Here are the nominees for Bite Size Game. Buckshot Roulette by Mike Lipnicka.
I remember seeing this. Well, it's weird.
Click Holding by Strange Scaffold. Duck Detective, The Secret Salami.
I'm
by
going Duck
Of the
Detective.
Years.
Still haven't played it, but I want to play it. Duck Detective.
Minami Lane by Doot. Please Touch the Artwork 2 by Thomas Waterzooi.
What? Okay.
Thank Goodness You're Here by
Oh,
Cold
this
Summer.
one might win. Yeah. I think Thank Goodness You're Here will win.
And the Indie Game Award goes to Thank Goodness You're
Yeah,
Here by Cold Summer.
that was obvious, yeah. This was a big hit when it was released, man.
Hi everyone, James here from Coal Supper.
Will here from Coal Supper.
We're here in Barnsley Town Centre. We just wanted to say a big heartfelt thank you for the award.
Thank you.
That's it. Short and sweet. Appropriate for the category. Oh God.
Our next presenter understands the intricacies of crafting a game from tooth and bone all by themselves.
Hi, my name is Madison, and I'm a solo developer. Making games by yourself requires you to spend a huge percentage of your life sitting alone at your desk and obsessing over your craft and making things. Starting a game is easy and finishing a game is grueling, and it's amazing that any game gets made at all, but especially when it's just one human dedicating their life to make something. So our next award celebrates those people who choose to spend their time alone making things for others. Here are the nominees for solo development. Animal Well by Billy Basso.
Probably gonna win right there. Animal Well.
Children of the Sun by Renee Rother. Crypt Custodian by Kyle Thompson.
Crypt Custodian. It's crazy that one
Knuckle
one
Sandwich by
person
Andy
can
Brophy.
work on all this. Knuckle Sandwich.
Magical Delicacy by Skull.
Gotta take a ton of time, man, just for one person. I think it's gonna be Animal Well.
And the Indie Game Award goes to Animal Well by
Yeah.
Billy Basso.
I'm getting more in tune with this stuff, man. I'm following people in this industry helps
Thank
them.
you so much. This is just extremely cool. I spent about 7 years working on Animal Well, and for most of that time, it was just this kind of secret personal project that I was kind of embarrassed to even say the name of. So to see it get this level of recognition is very unreal to me. IGN and 6-1 Indie were some of the first groups to even cover Animal Well back when it was still relatively obscure and hardly anyone knew about it. So this feels super genuine. While I did work on Animal Well alone, I still had plenty of help making it into something that many people could actually have access to and marketing it. So I want to thank some people for that.
Donkey.
First, my business partner, Dan Edelman, who lent the project his sort of business and marketing wisdom. And when he joined the project, I was able to transition to working full-time, which was amazing. I want to thank Jason and Leah and everybody at Big Mode. Still super honored that you chose Animal Well as your first published title. And then I want to thank my girlfriend Madison, who's another solo developer, for just talking with me each day about game design and art and programming and also for giving me this award. And then, yeah, I just want to thank the broader community in general, all the people, in the Discord server, the moderators, people making guides and fan art and video essays and mods, and there's just so much stuff that I keep finding on the internet that blows my mind, and all that stuff just makes it into an infinitely larger bit of culture than what I initially made, and for that I'll always be grateful. Thank you so much.
Cool.
You may have noticed that one game was missing from the category, Aerial Knight's We Never Yield. Back when the nominees dropped, Neil reached out to us and let us know that We Never Yield wasn't a traditionally solo-developed game, so he respectfully withdrew it from consideration.
Oh.
However, we still wanted to invite Neil on to be a part of the ceremony and share a few words about Daniel Wilkins, the talented composer behind the Never Yield music, who tragically passed away in November.
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay.
I'm Neil.
Hi, Neil.
I was Dan's best friend for a very long time, almost 17 years, where we went to school together, we got our first bank accounts together, and we worked on the Never Yield games together. And I just want to take a second to tell you all how much of an amazing person, developer, and friend Dan was. Dan was a nerd, just like me. He loved nothing more than to talk about video games, to play video games, to argue about all types of different things in the video game space, but also call me very early in the morning and talk about what anime I just absolutely had to watch. I want to tell you how much of a dope person he was, how inspiring he was, how he had all these creative and different ideas that would have contributed to video games and just music in general. I could sit here and talk about Dan and how dope he was forever, but we don't have time for that. I would just like to tell you how Dan would love an event like this that honors and praises game developers and gives them their flowers while they're here. One of my favorite things to think about is how there was a time where this guy came up to me and Dan while we were at some event, and he just started telling Dan how amazing he was and how much he loved the music that he created, and how Dan talked about that for days, because oftentimes we don't praise developers. We don't tell them how much we appreciate the work they create. All Dan ever wanted was to make music for video games. So I want to take the time to thank you for giving us the opportunity to make games for you all, for giving us the opportunity to live our dream. And
I'm gonna tear up here, man.
How much of a dope person that man was, and how much I'm gonna miss him. And my hope for all of you is that you all find a friend as good as he was to me. Thank you all so much.
Oh, sad. And one of those songs.
I will only ask once, boys. Give me the crown.
We back.
Wow. That's scary, man. He's fucking my age, and oh, damn, that's scary, man.
Playcrafting was integral to our start in the industry, so we're honored to have one of the key members of their crew on to present the category for innovation.
Hey everyone, I'm Christy Pride. This
Hi,
is
Christy.
Dio, and we work at Playcrafting. Over at Playcrafting, we work to bring events, resources, paid opportunities.
That
and
is
a sense
one.
of community
That's
to
one.
devs at all stages of their
Chill
career.
cat,
And
man.
Tonight, I am so honored
Chilling
to
asleep
present
in a
the award
blanket.
for innovation. Innovation lies at the heart of the indie scene, making indies the lifeblood of the entire industry. It's where new ideas are born and the boundaries of gaming are consistently pushed. Tonight, we recognize the games that stand out for their bold creativity, ones that challenge conventions and redefine expectations. Beyond their artistry, innovative games help democratize the medium. They remind us that gaming isn't solely defined by multi-million-dollar blockbusters. It's an accessible canvas for anyone with a vision. Here are the nominees for innovation.
Nominees for innovation.
Cryptmaster by Paul Hart, Lee Williams, and Akupara Games. Karmazoo by Pasta Games. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes by Simogo.
Probably that. I've heard good things about that game.
Arara by Sven Algrim, Mathilde Hoffman, and Bastian Klausdorf.
Interesting.
Rusty's Retirement by Mr. Morris Games.
Oh, that one might win because it's very unique, where it's just like on the
UFO
bottom of your
50
desktop.
by Mossmouth.
Oh, UFO 50 is very unique as well too, though. Oh man, this okay. This is tough. I'm gonna say UFO 50. UFO 50. Oh, this is a tough
And the
category.
Indie Game Award goes to Cryptmaster by Paul
Okay.
Hart, Lee Williams, and Akupara Games. Congratulations.
Master.
Hello, I
Interesting.
am the Crypt Master.
Oh, this is their
and
acceptance
I have
speech.
decided to grace this ceremony with my presence and collect my award in person. After all, it is my game, and I did single-handedly make it in the face of great adversity. For example, the oafish meddling of my two chief minions, Paul Hart and Lee Williams, the Laurel and Hardy of game development. Ugh. Also, continued interference from David Logan and his gang of clowns at Akupara Games, plus incessant noise from the composer Surashu and the game's voice cast of insufferable old hams. So, I'm not thanking any of that shower. I gather it's also customary on these occasions to thank the players for enjoying the game. But then, I've seen what those degenerates have been doing in my crypt. I will, however, thank the Indie Game Awards for recognizing my excellence. They are a beacon of sanity and have my eternal gratitude. Thank you, Indie Game Awards. This is my award. I'm worth it. I'm keeping it. I deserve it. Good night.
Okay. Good for you, Crypt Master. That's very weird. I've never heard of this game.
Life
Yeah.
happens in the blink of an eye, and our next presenter understands how
Emotional
emotionally
impact.
devastating
These
it
are
can be.
very different categories to the Game Awards. Very different. Richard Beer, nice
Hi, my
stream.
name's Richard Beer. I am
Hi, Richard.
the engineer and one of the developers of the game Before Your Eyes, released in 2021. We won a BAFTA award. Very proud of what we've done and the impact that the game has had on our fans and our players. Games have a rare ability to move us, making us feel things we didn't expect and creating connections that stay with us long after the credits roll. Tonight, we honor the indies that have profoundly resonated with us this past year. Games that offer personal, emotional, and thematic experiences that leave us a lasting impression. Or, to put it simply, ones that have made us bawl our eyes out. Here are the nominees for emotional impact. In Stars in Time by Insert Disc 5. Kind Words
Stars in
2
Time.
by Pop Cannibal. Neva by Nomada Studios.
Does it emotional impact? So I think it's Neva.
Self Loss by Goodwin Games. Thirsty Suitors by Outerloop Games.
Okay, I get it, but probably Neva.
Until Then by Polychroma Games.
The second time I've heard of Until Then. Neva?
And the Indie Game Award goes to Neva by Nomada Studios.
Oh yeah, calling it again.
Hi, this is Adrian Cuevas from Nomada Studio. And I'm Roger Mendoza, and we want to thank you for this award. It's a huge honor on such great games. We want to accept this award on behalf of...
Yeah, these guys keep making critically acclaimed games, man. They win awards. Crazy.
And of course, we would like to thank the players for supporting us. It is great to see that there's still room for personal stories in video games. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Industry impact, New Blood.
Hello, IGAs, and thank you for this award for recognizing how shitty the industry was for a lot of people over
Yeah.
the last year. It's a weird thing to win an award for, but fuck it, here we are. We put up
Mostly
that
non-indie
Summer Games
developers,
Fest
though.
last year. Shit, I guess that was this year.
Yeah.
To
That was
pay tribute
awesome.
to our friends who got laid off, but also to let the industry
awesome-
at large
awesome,
know that there are still studios out there
campaign there.
like New Blood who give a shit, who will always love and respect our friends who make those games. And the truth is, that kind of stuff only happens at the indie level. We don't have any investors, we don't have any shareholders, and we don't have any masters. So we can do whatever the fuck we want.
That's right.
We do have a lot of friends, but we are a small company, so we can't hire all those developers. We can't fund all their new projects, but we could put up a finger or we could put up a billboard. So if you take anything away from that billboard or all the layoffs that have happened over the last year,
2 years.
I'll say what
2
I said
years.
back then over the summer.
2
That's to
fucking
hire those
years.
Developers, follow their
Crazy.
new projects. And shout out when you see them. Oh shit! Look what these former Roll 7 devs are doing. Look what these former Arcane devs are doing. Trust me, they're doing some cool shit. I've seen it.
Yeah,
Indie
that's true.
games are the beating heart of the video game industry, and there is absolutely no amount of corporate greed or bullshit layoffs that is ever going to change that.
Right. That's right. This game looks sick. Fallen Aces.
Back in the Wii U days, there was one indie in particular that helped break into the
Back in the
mainstream
Wii U
with a shovel
days?
in hand. And here we are,
Oh, Shovel
a decade
Knight.
later, still talking about it today.
Also on my backlog.
Gameplay design is all about creating mechanics that flow seamlessly, challenge us in just the right way, and keep us fully immersed in our experience. Our next category recognizes indies that have excelled in this area, ones that not only offer stellar mechanics, but make us think outside the box. Like using a shovel for more than just digging. Here are the nominees for gameplay design. Balatro by Local Thunk.
Okay, yeah. Yep. I get that.
Grun by Sock Pop Collective.
Probably Balatro so far.
Mini Shoot Adventures by Soul Game Studio.
Still gonna say Balatro.
9 Souls by Red Candle Games.
Still gonna say Balatro.
Teeny Glade by Pounce Light.
I don't know what that is, but I'm still gonna say Balatro.
Victory Heat Rally by Sky Devil Palm.
Oh, damn, that looks crazy. Victory Heat Rally. Okay, still Balatro though. Victory Heat Rally.
And the Indie Game Award goes to Balatro.
Yeah,
by Local
called it. Calling these, man. I got a couple wrong, but
Thank you for the Gameplay
most
Design
part, yeah.
Award for Balatro. I adore
Balatro,
interesting
okay.
systems and emergent
I was
synergies when I play
heard
games,
Balatro.
and I set out to
Balatro.
create
Okay,
something with those
Balatro,
elements for myself and for a few friends of mine when I started working on Balatro 3 years ago. I love that I ended up being able to share this passion project with so many players from all over the world. I want to thank everyone involved in the creation of this game. The whole team at PlayStack, Lewis F., the musician, Martin DeMayer, my friends, my family, and my partner. I would not be here right now without your support.
Balatro.
Our next presenter is no imposter, never sus, and arguably wears way too many hats throughout the industry.
Innerslav, yeah.
Hi, I'm Victoria Tran, the
Hi,
community
Victoria.
director at Innersloth, creators of the game Among Us. I'm also the co-signer at our indie game fund Outersloth, a Wholesome Games co-organizer, GDC advisor, and I write a monthly community dev newsletter. As you can probably tell, community management is very important to me, very dear
Yes.
to my heart, and it's a title that covers so much more than most people realize. Whether it's an individual or a whole team, they're the unsung heroes who wear many, many hats and capes, and I guess you could say pants and other clothing items, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Really, they're handling everything from player support to keeping conversations positive, marketing, sometimes PR,
The best
organizing
community
events,
support.
managing feedback, it goes on. They endure a lot, but their work is vital.
At
in
least we
creating
won't
a
get
space where players feel heard,
we won't get
valued,
Helldivers
and
in this
connected.
category.
Our next award celebrates those who have gone above and beyond to foster a vibrant, inclusive community in an industry that can make doing so a little
Community
bit
support
challenging at
for
times.
Helldivers.
Here are
Can't
your
believe that
nominees
game was
for community
nominated.
management. Aggro Crab,
For management? Okay.
Black Tabby Games,
Oh, this is just the developers in general. Okay.
Local Thunk,
I don't know what will win this.
Massive Monster,
I'm gonna say Local Thunk. Massive Monster, what the fuck?
NPC Studio, Pounce Light,
Local Thunk? I have no idea for this one.
and the Indie Game Award goes to Aggro Crab.
Okay. Music in this game was crazy, man.
Holy shuck. Thank you so much for the award in community management at the Indie Game Awards. When we got told that Aggro Crab won, I think I handled it pretty well. That's so cool. Like, I just think that I held it together. Like, I really don't think you could tell how I was feeling. I want to bring attention to the studios, devs, and community managers that were also nominated for this category. So please make sure that you check out Black Tabby Games, NPC Studio, Pounce Light, Local Thunk, and also our beloved friends over at Massive Monster. I never thought I would get the opportunity to meet so many incredible people through running the community at Aggro Crab. Over 3 years later, we've grown over 600,000 Crab fans across multiple platforms and even more who have played our games. As a community, we always try to bend the limits on what we can say and do as marketing and community. I mean, we're making games. Why can't we tweet about how there are microplastics in your balls and there's nothing you can do about it? Or that we added a gun? Or that Krill has a dumpy? Or that time that we literally just tweeted peanut? No, you can't say that one. Why not? Because a bunch of people are going to be watching, and you probably don't want all of them to hear you say the word penis. I want to thank every player in our community who has either purchased our games, played them, said hello at conventions, or even drawn incredibly raunchy fan art that I will never, ever unsee with my eyes. You freaks. Thanks to the support of our community as well, we've managed to raise over $70,000 for a variety of ocean conservation charities, including WDC and
Nice.
Sustainable Coastlines. That's the equivalent to buying another crab's treasure about 2,000 times. You are why we're here today and why we can do such things. Community management is something that is a team effort. I'm so grateful to lead the community for our insane studio, but our community is as incredible as it is.
Yeah,
Thanks to my
crocheted
partners in crime.
jellyfish.
I mean, our entire studio
hanging
is full
off
of
of a
talented
plant.
devs who were willing to pitch in with helping to make funny videos or even pitch an idea or especially help with the freaky content that I couldn't do alone. And I wouldn't have it any other way. They're the best and they are what makes Aggro Crab who we are. And finally, I want to give a huge thank you to the community managers of Aotearoa New Zealand and all of the other community managers throughout the world. You are the backbone of the gaming community, and do not let anyone else tell you otherwise. It would be a mess without every single one of you. So thank you again, and Godspeed.
Godspeed. A bunch of puns and stuff past couple days in these showcases.
Hey, we're so honored that Outer Sloth is one of the Industry Impact recipients. That's super cool. Forrest, that's this guy, Outer Sloth, and I are really happy to see how it's taken off like this. For those who don't know, Outer Sloth is our indie game fund that we made after the success of our previous games, Among Us and the Henry Stickmin collection. Thank you so much to anyone who has bought those games, played them, continues to play them. You help us do cool stuff like this, and also just help us survive and grow as a studio with no investors, publishers, or acquisitions. Outer Sloth was designed to offer deals we would have wanted back in our less popular Among Us days. It's our way of combating predatory deals that don't keep the developer's sustainability or success in mind. Unfortunately, we have seen a lot of those, we have experienced them, we have been offered them, etc. So yeah, it's a little wild out there. But sharing our success and supporting indie games is incredibly important to us, so we hope this helps devs gain a little bit more independence. Alongside Casey Yano from Mega Crit and a mystery friend contributing to the Outer Sloth money pool, we've signed 7 games since our reveal this year for a total of 16 games and growing. Outer Sloth is our passion project and dream for a better, more sustainable industry. If you'd like to find out more and maybe wishlist the games there, buy the games there, you can always find us at outersloth.com. Either way, keep supporting indie games.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hell yeah.
Last week, the Women-Led Games Showcase
Oh, it was
gave us
last
a
week?
glimpse of what's to come in 2025. Tonight, they're here
Was
to
it not
recognize
on
the
my
standout
list?
achievements from the past year.
Why didn't I see it? Maybe
Hi,
I have
I'm
one more
Shar,
showcase
the
to watch.
founder and director of Women-Led Games. Indies have always thrived on creativity and fresh perspectives, and tonight we celebrate a studio that's pushing the boundaries of both. Our next award honors the outstanding achievements of a game developed by a women-led team, one that reflects the diverse, greater, more inclusive, and more exciting. Here are the nominees for Women-Led Game.
Damn, she got that
Born Knights
Mandalorian
Games.
helmet on the shelf. Damn. Gordlets.
Keylocker by Munana.
What's the category?
Love Ghosty by Janbei Games.
Love Ghosty.
Mexico 1921 A Deep Slumber by Macala Interactive. Nightmare Cart by LW Media.
Oh, that's the one that's like a Dark Souls Mario Kart, but they couldn't use Dark Souls. They had to change the name.
And The Crimson Diamond by Julia Minamata.
What's the category? Women-led game. Okay. Mexico? maybe?
And the Indie Game Award goes to Mexico
Yes!
1921, a deep
Called it
slumber
again.
by Macalla Interactive.
So good at this.
Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you for taking us into account for this huge honor. Mexico 1921 is our first game for a lot of us in the team, so it's really a crazy thought that we get to be here and that we get the recognition from our peers and from people we admire. It's been a long journey, so I really want to thank our team for making this story a reality and for allowing us to toggle the line between what a game really is. Is a game really an archive? Can an archive be a game? It's been a crazy journey, so
Yeah,
all I can
it's
really
a-
say
it's a
is
game.
thank you for this time, for this space, and I hope we can continue to build a world where
If it's
games like this
interactive.
and stories like this have a chance. So thank you.
It's interactive. It's a game. Anyway, like I'm even thinking like immortality. Immortality was just like select the scene, rewind forward. That's all it was. It's still interactive. And it's still a game.
Howdy, I'm Son M of Perfect Garbage fame, and I'm here
Hello.
to introduce Narrative for the Indie Game Awards. A great
Narrative,
story can
okay.
transport us to new worlds,
Duck
make us
Detective.
feel deeply for characters
Better
we
be
care about,
nominated.
and challenge our ideas about the world around us. The following
Flapple
indies
in my
deliver
Pokemon
just that,
community game
an
in my chat.
unforgettable narrative filled with compelling characters, immersive worlds, and thought-provoking themes. Here are the nominees for Narrative: When Thousand Times Resist by Sunset
What?
Visitor,
What is this? 1,000 times resist.
Arco by Arco Team,
Damn, I'm so out of the loop here.
Caravan Sandwich by Studio Plain Toast,
Let's say Caravan Sandwich. Or
Fear the Spotlight by Cozy Game Pals,
still gonna say Caravan Sandwich.
Last Time I Saw You by Maburoshi Artworks,
That looks cool. I'm still gonna say Caravan Sandwich.
and Mouthwashing by Wrong Organ.
I don't know about the narrative in this game. I know people love it, but I'm gonna say Caravan Sandwich. I heard that's like the scariest game that ever made.
And the
there.
Indie
Mouth
Game
washing.
Award for Best Narrative goes to 1000X Resist by Sunset.
Never heard of this game.
Congratulations!
1,000 times resist. That's narrative. Interesting.
Fine.
Hi, my name is Remy Siu, and I'm the creative director at Sunset Visitor Studios.
Hello, I'm Pinky Lee, and I am writer and narrative designer at Sunset Visitor Studios. On behalf of the cast and crew of 1000 Times Resist, on
Wanna
behalf
look
of
it
the
up.
cast and crew of 1000 Times Resist, thank you. We're so grateful and honored to be awarded Best Narrative.
We want to thank our team, Colin McDougall, and Tan, and Kodai Yanagawa.
We'd like to thank our composers and sound artists, Justin O'Coin, Lynn Cacho, Drew Redman, as well as Connor Wiley, J Lo, James Neves,
Thriller,
and our
futuristic,
family and
3D.
friends and
for the
mentors
categories.
for all of their
Overwhelmingly
years of
positive.
support.
As well as our publisher, Fellow Traveler, and
Oh,
the Canada Media Fund.
no
for
way,
making the game possible. We'd also like to take a
Janet
moment
Garcia is
to
currently
thank,
playing this right now.
and congratulate our fellow nominees.
She's like live playing
which are
this.
some
What
of
the
our
hell?
favorite games this year. Arco, Caravan Sandwich.
Just at the
Last
same time?
I Saw You, Fear the Spotlight, and Mouthwashing. So please buy those games.
It's a
We've
thrilling
been
sci-fi
blown
adventure. The
away
years
by
unknown and
the
disease spread by an
engagement,
alien invasion
support, and love
keeps
for
you
1000
underground.
Times Resist.
You are a
To
watcher.
everyone who
Dutifully,
has taken a
you
moment to
dutifully
play our
fulfill your
game,
purpose
thank
in
you.
serving
It
the
means
All
so
Mother
much to us.
until the day you
And
discover
more
a
than ever
shocking
before,
secret
we
that changes
are
everything. If I knew about this game, I would guess
power
it.
and the privilege
I didn't know about this game. I just found out about it right now.
Dedicate this award to our grandparents and pets, many of whom passed away during the development
Aw.
of this game. And we wouldn't be the same people we are today without them. So thank you to them for giving us something to carry. Hecky Grace.
Hecky Grace.
It's cool. Okay, I got another new game to look up. Industry Impact Day of the Devs. We just watched that. We watched my full reaction on the YouTube
Hi everybody,
channel.
I'm Tim Schafer from Day of the Devs. On behalf of the whole Day of the Devs board of directors, the curation committee, and the whole crew that puts together all these shows every year, I want to say thank you to the Indie Game Awards for recognizing Day of the Devs and its efforts to highlight the best in indie games and others. We have been around for over a decade, but last year we became an official nonprofit. Just to make our mission clear, which is this isn't something that we are doing to make money, but something we're doing really to just celebrate video games, to promote the art form, to highlight games that might be overlooked, and also highlight the developers that make those games and bring them together with the fans in a really fun atmosphere that is much more of a games festival than a conference of any kind. So thanks again to the Indie Game Awards, and thanks to the whole Day of the Devs crew and everyone who volunteers to put those shows together and spend the time to find the best games out there to bring them to everyone's attention. Thanks to all the developers who share their games and everyone who's shown up to our live show in San Francisco or watched the trailers online. Thanks for supporting Day of the Devs for all these years.
At PAX East 2023, we met with Toge Productions to discuss an idea for this next category, an award to honor someone who makes a significant impact through storytelling each year. When it came time to choose the first recipient, and therefore name the award after them moving forward, there was only one clear choice.
Thank you. Thanks for the opening game because I won't be able to do that. Yeah. So my name is Muhammad Fahmi, but you can just call me Fahmi.
Person that created Coffee Talk. Another living being on board. You're the barely alive girl. This isn't all Coffee Talks. This is all from the same developer. Storyteller Award. Okay.
Hi, I'm Chris Anthony, founder and CEO of Toge Productions. I work on Coffee Talk together with Fahmi. Fahmi is a great game director, a great colleague, and a great friend. He had made a huge impact during his time at Toge Productions, not only to our studio and everyone in it, but also to the wider indie game development community. Through his games and his kindness, he inspired many people all around the world. I hope that his memories and legacy will continue to be remembered, and that his work will be able to inspire
Did he pass away?
many more.
Hi, my name is Sasha Ariana from Pixelnesia and Toge Productions. I had the privilege of being one of Fahmi's closest friends and collaborators. I've worked alongside him on What Comes After and After Love EP.
Yeah, he passed away.
Since his passing,
Muhammad Fahmi.
I've taken on the responsibility of continuing the narrative work for After Love EP in his honor. Fahmi was more than a friend to me.
Oh, this was 2 years ago, it looks like.
His loss was a profound blow that left me deeply shaken for a long time. And witnessing the collective grief within the indie game community only reaffirmed how deeply his absence is felt. And it's no exaggeration to say that the industry lost a voice that is truly
Damn.
irreplaceable.
Why so many game developers my age
Fahmi was
are
a
dying?
storyteller of rare
Fucking scary,
passion
man.
and vision, brimming with narratives he longed to share with the world. And although his time with us was far too brief, I take solace in the stories that he brought to life through his games. And I hope we continue to share stories to each other in whatever medium we see fit and carry his legacy forward.
Selaku orang tua Muhammad Fahmi, merasa bangga menerima penghargaan ini. Terima kasih kepada pihak penyelenggara atas apresiasi yang diberikan untuk Fahmi. Terima kasih juga kami sampaikan kepada semua pihak yang selama ini selalu mensupport Fahmi.
Kecintaan dia akan industri game lah yang membawa namanya dikenal. Bagi Fahmi, game bukan sekedar hiburan, namun juga sarana membangun imajinasi dan menciptakan dunia yang bermakna. Penghargaan ini menunjukkan betapa besar dampak yang dia tinggalkan. Meskipun Fahmi sudah tidak bersama kita, semangat dan cerita-ceritanya masih hidup di hati kita dan terus menginspirasi bagi siapa saja yang memainkannya.
Thank you so much. Coffee Talk was a very personal project for me. It helped me through a very weird time in my life, and I'm glad if it can help you in some kind of ways too. I just want to say thank you. This game basically changed my life, and you, the players, are part of the things that changed my life for the better. So thank you so much.
Damn, that's tough. This random ass award show, like, get me to almost tear up twice.
Developing what we and many believe will be a future Game of the Year contender here at the IGAs.
No pressure.
Well, hello and welcome all you party people. We finally made it. We're here at the final award of the night. My name is Davion Gooden. I'm the creative director over at Studio Xavier and the developer of the surreal adventure RPG, She Dreams Elsewhere, coming soon. And it is my honor and a privilege to present the big kahuna, the big cheese itself, Game of the Year. Now, look, I know we all just love award season. We all love the discourse. We all love asking questions like, oh, what's the point of award shows? And why did this get nominated? Why didn't that get nominated? Davion, when's your game coming out? And honestly, all those thoughts and questions are valid and also extremely stupid. Because Game of the Year, it's more than just a title. It's more than just an award. It's a celebration. It's a celebration of the games that have come out and had a profound impact on this industry and its players, whether it be for their artistic direction, excellence in storytelling, unique gameplay mechanics, or because they were really just that good. The following indies have done just that. They've captured our imaginations and redefined what's possible within our industry. And on behalf of our entire community, I am so grateful for their existence. So without further ado, here are the 10 lovely nominees for Game of the Year. 1,000 Times Resist by Sunset Visitor. Animal Well by Billy Basso.
Animal Well for me so far.
Arco by Arco Team.
I think Arco's been nominated a couple times, but hasn't won anything. Balatro. I say Balatro.
Crypt Custodian by Kyle Thompson.
Crypt Custodian.
Lorelei and the Laser Eyes by Simogo.
Could be this. I'm still gonna say Balatro.
Mouthwashing by Wrong Organ.
Okay.
Never by Nomada Studio.
Never. Never. I'm gonna say never. Game of the Year.
9 Souls by Red Candle Games.
Ooh. I'm gonna say never. Man, this is a tough list though.
50 by
Ooh. Still gonna say never. Oh my god. Look at this lineup of games right here. Damn. Move over, Game Awards.
So, without further shenanigans, the Indie Game Award goes to Balatro.
Wow. Okay. Not surprised, but it makes sense.
I'm honored to accept this award for Game of the Year. I've had the pleasure of playing some incredible indie games in this past year, including a lot of the fellow nominees, and I'm so proud to represent such a vibrant, creative, and diverse corner of the games industry. Our games are able to take big design and aesthetic risks in a way that AAA games cannot, and I believe 2024 was truly a banner year for independent games. However, the thing
Yeah,
that
look at
sticks
that
out to
lineup
me
of
the
games,
most
yeah.
since I announced Balatro is the incredible love and support from my fellow indie devs. This is a hard industry, and every person I've spoken to has been passionate, kind, and willing to lend a helping hand without fail. There are a lot of wonderful humans in this line of work, and I would love to share this award with every one of them. I stood on a lot of shoulders to be here, and I hope I can pay a fraction of the success forward.
Wow, good job. Hard game one. Crazy.
Now that we know the proper pronunciation of Balatro and we know who we're
Yeah,
giving all these awards to,
same.
that is a wrap on the inaugural Indie Game Awards.
Congratulations to all of our nominees and recipients, and thank you to all of our incredible presenters who took the time to help us celebrate a fantastic year for indies.
To all of our fellow showcases, journalists, content creators, organizations, and more who made tonight a reality, thank you. The IGA started as a text exchange back in 2022 amongst the 6-1 Indie crew, and it feels surreal to be here with you all in this moment.
Once again, thanks to the sponsors who came in to support the ceremony at a moment's notice. Pocket Pair, Very OK Vinyl, V Publishing, and the Powell Group, as well as Playcraft.
Pocket Pair has money
the
to
official viewing
sponsor
party.
stuff now.
Well,
Damn.
tonight was a celebration for the scene. It would be
That's
foolish
crazy.
to end the evening without recognizing how tough of a year it's been. As Dave discussed earlier, thousands of lives have been negatively affected by layoffs,
Mhm.
studio closures, and consolidation, and unfortunately, it doesn't end there.
Nope.
The war in Ukraine continues to wreak havoc on so many
Yep.
lives. Palestinian and
What's the
Lebanese
game
families continue to
that's being
suffer in the
developed?
Middle East.
That was developed in
Women's rights are
Ukraine again?
dwindling. The
That just
livelihoods
came
of
out.
our queer, trans, and BIPOC friends and family are
Yep.
put at risk daily. It's now more important than ever to treat one another with kindness and respect and support those you love. So with
Except for
air in your
fascists.
lungs and blood
Fuck
in your
the
veins,
fascists.
thank you all for being here with us to celebrate the games that help give us an escape.
The Indie Game Awards will return in 2025, and gears are already in motion to
It's cool.
elevate this
I like
proof of
this. This is a
concept
cool
into
show.
an unforgettable event for the foreseeable future. We want to build the IJs together, so if you have a moment, we'd love to hear your feedback. Head on over to the official website where you can fill out a survey with your thoughts
There
on
you go.
tonight's ceremony. And of course, don't forget to support all of the nominees, presenters, and more by checking out the IJ's Steam event.
Thank you. Happy holidays and play more indies.
Yeah. By the way, don't expect me to watch every award show. This just like happened. I wanted to watch this last night. Something came up, I missed it, and I was just interested in watching this. But the fact that it's an indie game award show, right? I don't plan on watching the joystick or dice awards. So unless, you know what, if you want me to, let me know in the comments. But it's time consuming, you know. I mostly watch this stuff for like games I need a wish list, but this was definitely a celebration of industry, calling out industry malpractices, and celebrating indie games. So definitely, I think worth watching for me. And it's on the shorter side, you know. It was only like it was only an hour. It was a little more than an hour, but yes, that fucking almost made me tear up twice there. That's crazy. Ah, damn. Well, rest in peace, Daniel and Muhammad. Not in there. I'm gonna go full screen here, even though I'm not set up. Do I have the Christmas background? Oh, I do. No, there we go. Oh shit. Hang on. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that was the Indie Game Awards. Wait, who runs it again? 6-1 Indie runs this. So great job. Awesome. I called most of that, not the Game of Awards, or not the Game of the Year, but yeah, I definitely need to play. I don't think I played most of those games on that. I definitely did not play most of those games. I only played a few of those games on that list. So definitely a lot of games to add to my backlog, to add to my wish list, for sure. But yeah, that's the last reaction of the year, I think, unless I should check out the women-led games showcase, which I didn't know was a thing, so definitely have to look into that. But yeah, I still plan to do some live streams for the rest of the year, so gameplay wise. So not on this channel, on my other channel, at Till Plays Live. If you're watching this on YouTube. On Twitch, it's twitch.tv/TillPlays. Definitely follow, turn on notifications so you know when I go live. Join the Discord in the Linktree link, or here at the bottom of the screen, or down in the description below, which has all of the other places where you can follow me. Mostly active right now on Instagram, Threads, but mostly Blue Sky, so definitely check me out there. Go follow our podcast channel, where we did do a group reaction to the Game Awards over at youtube.com/@SpawnTrapGames. That's available there in case you missed it. Go check out the free games channel that I run, youtube.com/@FreeVideoGames. I'll let you know about free games that you can play every weekend, which I will be working on right after the stream here. So I got to put that together, do the research, record everything, and put it up. And also check out, I have a new Christmas cover EP available. Artist name Uncertain Sound. EP title is Repackaged Gifts. So there's covers for Feliz Navidad, God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, and Hark the Herald Angels Sing. If you want to listen to those, it's available everywhere. So definitely go check that out. But that is it for me. What are your thoughts on the Indie Game Awards? Is there a new game you didn't realize was out that you had to write down on your book to wish list? Let me know down in the comments below, and hopefully I'll see you next time at a live stream.